Okay, tube. So this is a bit of a response for my homegirl Stud Kings. Talking about once a cheater, always a cheater. And how does that work? Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you. I'm celibate right now. I had a little. There was a girl involved, and I mean, we were seeing each other for about a month. I'm celibate. So, but anyway, but the question was like, about cheating. Part of the reason why I'm celibate is because I have a high sex drive, very high sex drive, and it has a lot to do with me being bipolar and having something called a hypersexuality, where you just sexual. It's not everything is sexual, but you sure do like the sex. The sex is something you don't mind having around, and when I was with a girl, and we weren't officially we're on a break, and I laid down with somebody while we were on our break. um she said it felt like the same as if we I had cheated because how short the break was. And I mean, my thing is, I mean, it's not like I didn't cheat per se, but I know like as I get older, right, that when you're in a relationship and you go and you have sex with someone else, it's not that the person that you in a relationship with, that you don't love them or you don't want them, but you just you just kind of do stuff that is so bad, I know, but I mean it's like it requires you have to really, if you don't want to cheat, you need to not put yourself in the situation where it's possible for you to get away with it, right? I mean, if you got a girl at home, you ain't got no business being in another female house by yourself. You need to avoid them situations, right? I mean, some people just, when they say it was an accident, what they mean to say is that's not what I intended to do when I went over there in the first place. I really had good intentions, but I ended up fucking this female. And then it's like you always have the opportunity to say no. You always do. And we know this. And it's just like, oh my God. So it's not like, okay, it depends on the person. Some people just don't give a fuck. They just like, man, fuck, I'm gonna get away with it. Some people get turned on by the fact that they can get away with it. Some people get, hyped for the fact, that they, with another person who is not their girl. Maybe your girl is not doing certain things for you, that this girl is, because mediocre head ain't good for the bed. But I mean, if your girl got mediocre head and you keep trying to instruct her in the proper way to service you, and she's just not getting it right, but you love her and you don't want to leave her, and baby girl got that lip service, and you not, I mean, it's one of those things where you could just, it's so tempting. It's ridiculous. You have to discipline yourself. And if you don't want to cheat, you ain't gonna cheat. It's not like we walk around like I can't wait to go and cheat on my girl. But if you don't want to cheat, you will definitely not cheat. But if you find yourselves in situations where it's a mediocre like relationship, and you're just like, I mean, it's so easy for you to cheat. Maybe y'all should just be, you should casually date before y'all commit yourselves to one another. Because sometimes people commit to a relationship before it's time, and that makes it easier for people to cheat. Okay, so I mean, I don't think it's like once a cheater. I've cheated before. I don't consider myself a cheater because that one time that I cheated. But I mean, it's like, no, once a cheater, always a cheater is not like a valid statement. It's you need to know people do make mistakes. People make bad decisions. And it's like after the fact, you realize it wasn't even worth it. So if you are a person who is susceptible to cheating, just keep yourself out of potential cheating situations. If your girl is cheating on you, you got to reevaluate that situation. If your girl, just because your girl has slept with somebody else does not mean that she doesn't love you. And just because a girl sleeps with you doesn't mean she loves you. Sex and love are not interconnected. They do dance well together, but they are not the same thing. I mean, in real life, no. I can be fucking the brains out you and hate your ass, and that could be just what makes it hot. Fuck you like I hate you. I mean, or I could just love you and the sex just isn't on point. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just y'all need to talk about that. But to say that once a cheater always a cheater, I don't believe that. I really don't. Like, and I'm speaking of this as like for a lifelong situation. I don't know, in that relationship, I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. But like for a lifelong situation, just because I may have been in a relationship with female A and cheated, doesn't mean I'll get in a relationship with female B and cheat. That doesn't mean that. Right? Just understand that. I mean, I know situations where my homegirl, she cheated on my girl, whatever. Her girl took her back. What the fuck? I really didn't think she was gonna take her back. And now it's like, even when like females push up on her, she will get so defensive about the fact that the females are pushing up, especially if they're aggressive with. Like, she'll get defensive about it because she's like, you disrespected my female, because she trying to protect. She know she do not need to fuck up like that again. She know that shit. So once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't think it's a fair statement. Me personally, if you cheat on me, bitch, bye. We ain't in no relationship. I might, holler at you, fuck, holler, dip, get away. But no, you ain't my girl no more. Bye. You a hoe. You can get this dick. I ain't got nothing to say to you. None of that. I'm stupid, y'all.